Hi, good evening. Please confirm you can hear me. We want to start. Apologies. We are trying to wait for others to join us so we can start. Please confirm you can hear me. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, thank you, Ijoma. Okay. All right, so we are going to start now while we wait for others to join us. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Jerry, and I'll be your host for today's program. I don't know if you can see me. I don't know if my provider is fine. Please bear with us if you cannot see me. My name is Chia. Like I said, I'll be your host for today's program. Welcome to Amdoranalytics program. Welcome to Amdoranalytics live chat, because it's going to be a chat. We're going to be discussing with some important people in the tech ecosystem who have done amazing well and still doing amazing well in the tech ecosystem. Right. So today is not we're not going to be learning any tool. We are here to discuss and hear from the experts. They want to be sharing their knowledge or their experience so far since they started their journey. Okay, so welcome. If today is your first time joining the Analytics program, welcome. We want to say a very big welcome to you. Right? And I don't know where you're joining us from. Please use the comments and tell us where you're joining us from so we can welcome you. My name is Chia, and I am joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Tell us where you're joining us from, if you don't mind. Let's go, guys. So let's welcome you in a special way. Okay, Ijoma is joining us from Lagos. I'm using two screens. All right. Okay, so welcome. Let's dive in. Let's dive in because of our time. Let's welcome you to Amdoranalytics. My name is Femi. I'm joining from Mani, joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome, everybody. So let's welcome you to Amdoranalytics. Amdoranalytics is an edtech company. If today's first time joining Amdoranalytics, or maybe someone invited you and don't know what these guys are doing, so let's welcome you. Officially welcome you to Amdoranalytics. We are edtech company, that's educational technology company. At Amdoranalytics, we are committed to empowering individuals to become global talents. Okay, just give me a second. Time to what was. Let's go. Okay, so we are committed to empowering individuals to become global talents through our comprehensive and accessible training programs here at Amdoranalytics. Our mission is simple. Our mission is to bring the skill gap by equipping learners to become Okay, I'm back. So our mission is simple. Our mission is to bridge the skill gap by equipping learners with in-demand skills, enabling them to make informed decisions, drive innovation, and create positive change in the tech-driven world, particularly across the African continent. Okay, we track record of success. We've trained over 8,000 people. We've helped them to transition into the tech ecosystem. We specialize in training individuals in the field of data analytics, data science, business analytics, cyber security, data engineering, HR analytics, AI engineering, and project management. Thank you very much for joining us. If you want to check us out, here is our platforms. You can check our website, www.amdanalytics.io, our Facebook, LinkedIn, X, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Amdoranalytics. Thank you. Okay, let's dive in and let's welcome our special guest. Okay, so I don't know. Oh, can you hear? Give me a thumbs up if you're here. Okay. I want to see you, Amaka. Amaka, you here? I know Pete is here. All right, all right, all right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. We are trying to be sure that all our guest speakers are here before we proceed. Give me a second to change this. Everybody all here. Okay, so dear guest speakers, if you're here, please turn on your video. Let's recognize you. Everyone will come up here very soon. Okay. Hi, Hotline. Can you hear me? Please, can you unmute and speak?
Yes, I can hear
you.
Good evening. Good evening. I can hear you.
Good evening, Hotline. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. How too?
All right. So, welcome to Amdoranalytics platform. We're excited to have you here. Okay, guys, let's talk about Motulayo. So she's an amazing woman who has been doing amazing well in the tech ecosystem. So Motulayo, for those of you that are interested in starting your career in cybersecurity, you want to know more about cybersecurity. So you have someone here that you're going to be asking all your questions. So you're going to be asking her all your questions about cybersecurity, right? So Motulayo is a cloud security engineer. Okay, so when you hear that someone is a cloud security engineer, what comes to your mind? That this person has done well. This person is not a small person, right? So she has been doing this for some years now. She has done a lot of things, helped a lot of people to transition into the tech ecosystem, and have as well mentored a lot of people. I don't know, start going down reading all this, right? So you can check her out on LinkedIn and connect with her at Motulayo Sanusi. So you can just connect with her on LinkedIn. Thank you very much. We're going to come back. We're going to ask her to turn on her video and maybe do a little introduction as well. We just want to make sure that everybody are here. Hi, Faith. Can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you.
Yeah, Oyeka, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us again. This is the second time you are gracing our events. I mean, Oyeka. Yes, thank you very much for joining us. I am very, very glad to have you here. Oyeka, she's an amazing person. You know what it takes that you have someone, a woman who is doing absolutely well, not just in the tech ecosystem, but in AI engineering platform. You know, when people hear about AI engineering, I have heard someone say that AI engineering, no. You can't see women there. It's just full of men. But then Oyeka has proved them wrong. That's common. We have women that are in this space and they are doing well. And she's one of them. Trust me, she is doing absolutely well. I don't remember that I had a conversation with her. Was it last year? I think last year. And we had a long talk talking about cyber AI engineering, and she mentioned a lot of things, simply telling you that this person is not just a small person in this space. She started as a data scientist. I know the conversation I had with her, she told me that she started as a data scientist. From being a data scientist, she moved to becoming an AI engineer. Thank you very much, Renika, for joining us. I am so glad to have you here. So thank you very much. Yeah, so let's take Bushi Okonisha. Bushi, are you here? Is another amazing person.
Good evening. I'm here.
Yeah, Bushi, good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. Hope you're well.
Okay, guys, Bushi is another amazing woman in the tech ecosystem, guys. This person too is an AI and machine learning engineer. You understand? So when people mention that tech is for a certain gender, so these my amazing women here, they're here to prove them wrong that tech is for everybody. It's not for a certain gender. And when people hear about tech and they be like, okay, tech, maybe because I am married now, tech is not for me again. I don't know if we have all these my women who is already married. But then again, it's not about marriage, okay? It's about determination. It's about, they are going to share their experience. Most of them didn't even start as a, their career with computer science. They don't even have that computer science background, but trust me, they are doing amazing well in the tech ecosystem. Thank you very much, Bushi, for joining us. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have Flora. Flora, are you here? Oladikuto. I don't know if I pronounce this name very well, but Flora, are you here?
Hi, good evening. Yes, I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good evening, Flora. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Fine.
Fine.
Flora is another amazing person. I mean, amazing person. She's a data scientist, AI researcher, and AI and machine learning engineer. So, you know what? I'm going to call for mentorship, right? So, because all this portfolio is not something that you just keep under your pocket. So, I'm going to call for this maybe a month, 6 months. Just tell me. All right. So, I'm going to call for. Let's have it. Let's have it. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us, Flora. I know your wealth of knowledge. You are going to be sharing it here today. Hi, Wamaka. Are you here now? Hi, Wamaka. I think Wamaka is having a network issue. So Wamaka is my sister. She's an amazing person in the tech ecosystem as well. I know when we started, as the final Wamaka is now, I don't know how she actually located to be a business analyst, because when we started, it was hello the world. So Wamaka is another amazing person. She's a data scientist. I know how to be a data scientist, but she's currently working as a business analyst at Chevron, right? So she is another amazing woman in the tech ecosystem doing amazing work. So you see that we have a lot of people that are here that you're going to be learning from. So guys, sit back and let's hear from these amazing women. Let's hear from them. We are going to be diving into questions. Just like I said, it's going to be short. You're not learning any tools today. They are here to share their experience, what they've done, how they feel like, okay, as a professional that I am in this space, this is how it should be in order to give back to the Black community or to give back to anybody. So the topic for this program is give to gain. So we're going to be asking them questions and they are going to be answering us. So if you are new and you are happy and you're excited to be here, please give them something. Your favorite emoji. Please clap for these people now. If you think that is easy, it's not easy to even become a data scientist, a data analyst. For you to hear, I'm a Texas, it's not easy. But these ones are here. They've gone through all these things and they're here to share their knowledge with you. So please give them a thumbs up. Oh yeah, your favorite emoji. Clap for them now. Oh yeah. Yeah, thank you, Shika. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. It's not easy. Come on, it's not easy. Okay, so we're going to be asking them amazing questions. Before we do that, before we dive into that, you want to, call them, let them say something, welcome our audience. So I'm going to start with Onyeka. Onyeka, are you there? So let's stop sharing so that we're able to see them.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so Onyeka, let's hear from you. Just say something.
Okay, my name is Onyeka Chukwu Ojuma, but I'm popularly known in tech as Faith Ojuma. I've been in tech for up to 6 years now. And I started off, like she said, I started off with data science before migrating to AI engineer. Well, in the course of my career, I've had opportunity to meet people. I've had opportunity to mentor and also be mentored, because I'm the kind of person that believes in not only giving, but also putting yourself down to listen to what people have to say, take their feedback, and keep developing yourself. I'm very excited to be here. When I was reached out, so I was like, oh yeah, no problem. I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to share what I have. I'm also excited to listen to every other woman who will be here to share their experiences. And I believe that whatever we share today would help anyone struggling to find their way and help them understand that they're not alone. So you will hear from different experiences and you'll be like, oh, that's true, that's where I am currently. And you'll be able to hear how the women or those that have overcome those things, how they were able to survive and come through. So yeah, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, you can connect to me on LinkedIn. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Oyeka. Oyeka is joining us from United Kingdom. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Oyeka. Thanks very much. Thanks for giving us this time. Thank you very much. All right, so let's hear from Bushi. Bushi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, everyone.
Let's say something. Welcome our audience.
So, hello, everybody. My name is Uchi Michelle Okoncha. Just give me a second, please. I was having. Okay, so yes, I'm more a software engineer. I've been building software applications for quite a while. I'm like recently moving towards machine learning engineering, right? And I am also a Google developer expert. And yes, so I've done like lots of mentorship as well. Something well, like Unika said, done like lots of mentorship, and I'm currently running my MSc as well. So yeah.
Guys, let's give these people thumbs up now. Clap for them now. Oh yeah, if you can't give them thumbs up, oh, yeah, clap, 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 clap. It's not easy. Trust me, it's not easy. For someone to be I'm a developer, Google developer. What do you mean? It's their job. These guys, they've spent years learning this thing and they are coming here to share with you. Oh my God. Thank you very much, Bushi. Don't worry, Bushi. I will call for mentorship. I don't know if you don't mind. Can I be one of your mentees? Thank you very much, Bushi. Hi, Matulayo. Did I pronounce that name very well? Did I pronounce your name very well?
No, it is Motunrayo. It is Motunrayo.
Okay. Pardon me. I don't know if you don't mind. Let me be calling you Ayo. Or Motu. Okay, let's go.
That's right. So good evening, everyone. And my name is Motunrayo Sansi. And first, I'm very happy to be here to be amongst great women. And I think men, I'm seeing some guys here. So a little bit about me. I studied philosophy at Unilag, and it was by chance that I got into tech. I was just working on my final year project, and I saw something on ethical hacking. I was like, what's this? Then I decided to start, and that was it. So everything started from a place of curiosity, and from there I was enjoying what I was doing, and I started going into different areas like cloud security, identity, and now I'm exploring AI security. So currently I work in Nigeria, the bank in Nigeria, and I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Moturayo. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. I believe that my audience here, they're excited to have you here. Thank you very much. Okay, Lola, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Can you see me?
Yes, you can see you.
Okay.
Why are you hiding this
Okay.
beautiful face?
You are going to permit me. I would have to turn off my camera later on. My network is not stable where I am.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so about myself, I'm Flora Oladipupo, also known as Flora the AI girl. And I've been into the data and AI space for the past 6 years. And over the years, I've been able to work in different industry from non-profit organization to FMCG, and now I currently work in consulting as an AI engineer. And over the years, I've been able to delve into different data and AI profession, from data science. I do AI research currently and AI engineering. Also, I have my brand, which is Flora the AI Girl brand, where I help mentor people in who is starting out their AI career. So that's just about me. Thank you for having me on this call, and I'm glad to be amongst this wonderful women who are about to speak today.
Thank you very much for joining us, Flyer. I don't know if you don't mind. Maybe all of you will turn to my mentors. Let me be one of your mentees now. What do you think? Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Guys, if you are here, if I are you, just go on LinkedIn and start connecting with these guys. These are the people that you need to learn from. These are the people that you need to follow on LinkedIn, not okay. Just go on LinkedIn and follow them, okay? Go on LinkedIn and follow them. Go and learn from the experts. See, let me tell you one thing that you don't know. If you want to go far in life, you need a mentor. You need someone to guide you through. You need someone to hold your hands and tell you, oh, even if you, of course, you must not learn from that person. Just little questions. Oh, how are you doing today? Please, I'm learning this thing. What do you think about it? I remember the day I had a live session with Tonyeka. One of our students, our past students, I think the person connected with her, and the person came back to me and said, I'm reaching out to the lady. She's helping me because the guy is in UK. She's helping me to do one or two. I was like, that's good. That's one of the, see, you can, of course, it's not possible for you to learn from one person, right? If you really want to go far in this space, learn from this person, look at their mistakes. What are their mistakes? So that I don't fall into such mistakes, right? So this is one of the amazing things that you're going to be getting today. They are going to be sharing their experience. So it's going to be live chat. It's like, Wamaka, can you hear? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Hi, Wamaka.
Hi, good evening.
Wamaka, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I'm so sorry for joining late.
No problem. That's fine. Thank you for joining us. I've introduced you earlier, but let me say that again. Hi everybody, welcome. Let's welcome Wamaka. Wamaka Idue. Wamaka is my sister. I mean my own sister. I know where we started. So Wamaka she's a billionaire now in the tech. She's a billionaire in tech now. So this life connect it to Wamaka and ask her for. Don't ask her for naira, ask her for pounds.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me.
Joining us, Hamaka.
Thank you.
So please talk to us. Just introduce yourself, even though we've done that. Just tell us about yourself, just briefly.
Okay, so my name is Amaka. I mean, Amaka is the full version. Amaka Idue. I'm currently a business analyst. At Chevron, but my background is in business and finance. So obviously first degree, second degree. I've been doing data for quite a while now, and I've gone from doing data science to doing data BI analytics, and doing business analysis, but it's kind of in a data like way. What else will I tell you about myself? I think that covers it career wise, which is why we're here. So my main tools, I like to play around with Power BI. I love working with Excel. I do code a bit, but I've been running from it recently. I love AI. So in my on the side, I've done a little I've contributed a bit, in the AI space. Onyeka and we were privileged to work in a team that built a tool last year, for PlotSense. I've also co-authored some AI and LLM related papers as well. So yeah, I've done quite a bit in my small career.
It's not small career. Stop saying small career, Wamaka. Stop saying that. Okay, guys, let me tell you something about networking, right? I always tell my people something. Your network is your net worth. If you don't know, networking is very good, very, very important, especially people that are in this space. So I met Onyeka through Wamaka. So Wamaka is my person. So when I reached out to Wamaka, I was like, oh, this is what I'm looking for. She said, oh, reach out to this person. So you see how networking is, right? So, and trust me, we don't know where God is taking us tomorrow, but trust me, networking is very, very important. Connect with people, connect with amazing people on LinkedIn, reach out to them, talk to them, ask questions. All right. So today we are going to be asking questions. Wamaka is It's fortunately not unfortunately. Now you are the first person that we're going to be asking number one question. All right. So, oh God. So, guys, are you ready? Yeah, my people. My people, are you ready? If you know that you're ready, give us a thumbs up. I guess I'm waiting for us. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. That's great. That's great. So yes, oh, yes. Okay, let's go. So we're going to be asking them questions about their career and, of course, how they've been assisting the tech ecosystem or helping others. You know, I've mentioned a lot of things about them. They have been good, their mentorship life and all that and all that. So let's hear from them to see how those mentorship has somehow impacted other people. All right, so Wamaka, I'm going to ask you number one question. So, as someone who turns data into business strategy, how can young professionals give value even when they feel they don't have enough experience yet?
Okay. That's a good question. So I'm very big on, I feel like young professionals, so I would like to believe maybe people who are just starting out, they probably have 6 months. Yes, probably 6 months into their career in the data space. I feel like 6 months is it's a good amount of experience, especially with data, because at that point you've played around with data. Of course, you should have an idea of the niche you want to work in, which is very important. So you should have some domain knowledge, and all of that. So what I would say is, a way to add value, even though you don't have so much experience, is it could be through curiosity, or like sitting with your seniors, asking questions. It could be questions about business, for example. Let's say, for example, I've worked in different sectors. I'm new to the oil and gas sector, for example, and it's quite a broad sector. You have a lot to learn, a lot to cover. But just I sit with my senior analyst a lot, and I'm constantly asking questions, constantly, learning about, the PIA, for example. And, from asking questions, I can export things like, oh, how can we improve this process better? How can we how can we make this more efficient? We had interns last year, and these are undergrad interns, so they're still in school, but they added so much value to our department by building little tools here and there. So not really tools, but using power apps to automate a few things. So but that came as a result of their curiosity and them, like, asking questions, learning about how we do things, how our processes work and all of that. So it could be, just being attentive and then seeing where there are gaps. You don't really need 10 years of experience to see gaps. There are some gaps you can identify even early on in your career. You can see where there are gaps. It could be just maybe like streamlining how we do our reporting or just automating a few things here and there. Power apps is not really hard to learn. So, that's one way. Another way is to be reliable and consistent. So again, talking about the interns, I would say that we were very blessed to have them. I actually met them there. So they came before I did, and they made my exactly, this is going to be a good example. They made my coming into the space easy because they learned a lot in the 4 months that they were there prior to me coming in. And I learned so much from them directly, just sitting with them. They taught me a lot of things, how to do this, how to do that, how to get this. They really, really added value to my life and made my work easier. So, being reliable and consistent. If the intern that worked in my department was super reliable, I could trust that he knew what he was doing. He had done the work, he had been curious, he had learned, so a lot of times I could even like give him some things to do or leave some things in his hand because I knew that he was reliable, he was capable. When we had meetings, I knew that, okay, he's here, he'd probably get there first, to do the setups, just things like that. So he's even now that he's gone, sometimes I still ask him questions, about things that probably happened before I came in, because, I'm picking up on some of the work he did and to see through, because there are some bigger projects, but he's reliable, he answers, he explains. And when he was leaving, he created a folder for me with all the things I needed. So these are ways and examples of, let me not talk too much, but like ways you kind of add value even if you're early on in your career.
Wow, that's awesome. And I just picked something, right? you are learning from everybody. Okay, she learns from the interns as well. You see, it simply means that there is nobody you cannot learn from, even as an expert. And they were, like you said, they were eager to learn. Of course, you understand, they were like somebody. Imagine that you are guiding someone, and that person is not interested, and the person just like, okay, just say whatever you want to say, and but they were eager and they knew what they actually wanted. Thank you very much for sharing, Momaka. So let's ask Onyeka. Onyeka, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So you have built impactful AI system and invested heavily in mentorship, mentoring, and community building, right? So at what point in your journey did you truly understand the concept of give to learn, give to gain, and how has it shaped your career?
Thank you for that question. So I would say at the beginning of my career, when I was at that point, I didn't really understand the whole giving thing. I was just doing certain things for fun. I was posting online because I was just doing it for fun. And I was someone that liked right from school presenting. So when I would learn something new, I would want to present it to someone or just tell someone about it. And I've always liked teaching. So that was an opportunity for me to teach people what I was up to. But gradually, whenever I go to like present or just teach people, I get feedback from those things. And eventually I had a commitment with myself that I didn't just want to be someone that when I come up to speak, people will get bored, or people will lose interest, or people would not pay attention to what I have to say because they don't see the relevance in that. And for me to stay relevant, it meant I needed to read more, know more, listen more, take feedback from people and improve the way. So I guess that was like the turning point of my life, or that was the gain, so to say, whereby I was giving my time, I was giving my effort, I was just doing something that I enjoyed doing, but people were giving me feedback, people were helping me to improve. People, because at the beginning, whenever I present, I will always rush, like, oh, Faith, calm down when you're speaking. Those things eventually shaped both my career in terms of, when I was working in banking, I was data scientist in banking, you have to present your ideas. So that's all experience of, teaching people, being part of speaking engagement shaped that part of my career. And then because of my giving, so to say, my mentorship or whatever, I got to meet other people who were also established in their career. At that time, even when I was even younger in my career, I got to mingle with people who had maybe 2 years in front of me or 3 years in front of me. Then I saw what they were doing, because once we are done with the speaking engagement, all of us, speakers will come together and just talk. And that gave me audacity, because I'll be like, this person can do it. Like, I can, I too can do it. So it helped me to also accelerate my career. So because I was always doing things that normally people imagine 2 years into your career, you're already speaking with people that are already like team leads. And then you have access to them. It gave me access to them. And they'll just be talking normally, but I'm learning a lot. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Even though it looks like I'm not mature enough to do this thing, I'm just going to propose it. Whatever happens, let it happen. And that was just like the thing for me when opportunity to do go for artificial intelligence came. Normally, most people around me felt like, are you sure you want to go? Like, don't you want to go this way? I have someone who is like a team leader already doing this AI. I'm going to follow him. I'm going to follow his path. But all of those things came because I had done a speaking engagement and gotten access to him. Even when you mentor people too, sometimes you just mentor them from the goodness of your heart, and because you're free, you have time, and you just want to assist someone, and then all of a sudden someone that is also close to them that has access to what you need gets to connect to that. Oh, thank you so much for helping my sister. I've had that opportunity before, and it also helped me out. So yeah, that was like the changing point for me when I started getting the feedback. And then in terms of my work, I'll say audacity and network. for me. Yeah, thank you.
Erika, please permit me to say that it seems as if we have the same roadmap. When I started my career as well, it was like I had this passion of it because I want to teach, I want to give back. So I started with my cousin. She was like, "Oh, you're doing well." I started teaching her SQL. So from there, we moved to Excel. I was like, and the feedbacks were like, "Oh, awesome." She brought her friend and she said, "Oh, my sister is teaching. No, come on." I was like, "Ah, why are you bringing someone? Are you sure I'm good?" And she was like, "No, no, 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 you are good. You can, I love it. I enjoy your teaching." And from there, we dive into teaching in the tech ecosystem. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
So, guys, I know that you are learning. If you have any question, drop the question so that we can take your questions and ask our speakers. Hi, Bushi. Can you hear me, Bushi?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, Bushi, looking at your journey from academia into building real-world AI systems, what does give to gain personally means to you? I mean, to you, and how has it shaped your career decisions?
Okay, so give to gain is such a word. I personally would define my journey of giving as being driven by impact and service, right? So because I've always been one that serves and impacts. Like I've always been in that space, regardless of what I'm doing. And when I started my journey as a developer, as a software engineer, yeah, I started writing articles. I started writing a lot of articles. Like I was writing articles and writing articles and writing articles, and I was just dropping them. So when I was working at the time, whenever it was tough because whenever I learned something new, I go back and then I write about it. I learned something new, I go back and I write about it. And eventually something like as I continued in my writing, I started getting lots of traction. I was just writing because I was writing, and because I noticed that if I found a concept difficult and could not find a lot of materials, right, I felt, okay, I should write about it. So the next person coming would not find that same concept difficult. So I started writing about many things especially things that I found so difficult. Like maybe I searched the net. At the time, there was no AI. I searched the net and I couldn't find these materials. So I wrote about it. And eventually my articles started getting so much traction, 20,000 reads, so many comments. Like I was getting so much attention regarding just my articles. Another way that I started giving was community. So my journey generally has been driven by community, right? I said like contributing to technology communities. So just because, like I said, I've always been driven by impact and service, and contributing to communities. I started speaking at technology events, like based off my experience and expertise. And it's been quite the journey because when I first realized that the work that I have been doing were actually making a lot of sense, was the first time I became a Women Tech Makers ambassador. That was just very will I say minimal? Not minimal, I'm saying minimal compared to the other things that came afterwards. It was really based off the experiences I'd gained with leading these communities, as well as championing lots of causes and becoming a women's ambassador. I spearheaded and like started like another chapter where I was at the time. And then at the time, they were picking women to join a women developer academy. They just needed a small number, like say 21. They needed technical women. So what they checked were, what they were really looking out for were the kind of conversations you've had, like in terms of the check, like your outputs, your articles. Those were the things that helped me. And I didn't really, even when I was now ready to become a Google developer expert, I mean, because I was already getting lots of push. Oh, apply to become a Google developer expert, apply to become a Google developer expert. It was still based off the fact that I had given so much of myself to service in community, service in teaching, like every other person has said. So because I've been speaking at so many events, so many places, states, country, like, and all of that, right? And it just really added up. And then my articles, like it was so easy for me to just build up the my community portfolio and then submit it. Like it was quite easy because I'd done so much work already begin my space, like just giving back what I'd learned. And then it's, I mean, I can go, it's an endless list because I mean, it's an endless list, to be honest. One of the biggest things I got in 2024 regarding my career was as a result of the fact that I was investing in lots of things into people. Like I was doing so much work and someone noticed it and the person reached out to me. And when the person reached out to me, and the rest they say is history, right? So yes, it's been quite the journey for me personally. It's been, and one last thing I want to say is one of the things that has also giving has brought back to me is that it has kept me motivated, right? It has kept me in my space. It has just pumped, like every single day I want more, I want to be better, not just because I give, but it just because you're giving, you're learning more, you're improving yourself, and you're just becoming more yourself. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Bishi, for sharing. Thank you very much for sharing. It's mentioned a lot. Like starting from sharing on social media, just post. One thing that we do here at Amdoranalytics is introduce our students to 90 days growth challenge. Post online. Post. Even that thing that you learn, go and post it. Go and talk about it. You find out that you hardly forget that thing. Read about it, go and post about it. Go and do something, right? Social media proof. Social media proof. That's what actually helped Bushi. She wasn't keeping anything. She was not learning and hiding it. She was posting online. She was telling people, this is who I am. This is my journey. And from there, she was. Do you know that today, if Bushi wants to apply for maybe UK Global Talent Visa, one, they will just speak, come on, now you've done a lot in the tech ecosystem. Oh yeah, join us. So these are the things. And I used to tell people something. Someone reached out to me. Okay, no, one of my colleague mentioned something that, I reached out to somebody to come and speak at an event, and the person mentioned something, and I was like, no, this person needs to understand what giving is. So it's not really what, so sometimes it's not about what you need now, but imagine that you're asked to document your journey in the tech ecosystem. You have to document, I spoke at this event, it's part of your journey. All right, thank you very much for giving back to the community, Bushi. Hi, Motulayo. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can hear you. You keep butchering my name. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so
I
let's
know.
go.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I want to ask you a question. I just need to be sure that you are here. So you have been a career around cybersecurity, cloud, in fact, cloud, everything about security, and of course AI security, right? So how has the principle of giving, through knowledge sharing, community, mentorship contributed to your growth in the technical field? Now we're talking about the technical field now.
Yeah, so thank you for that question. First, I would say that it is actually the principle of giving that has shaped my growth, like all through my journey. In fact, when I was let me give an example. When I was in Cyber Girls, I don't know if anybody knows Cyber Girls. When I was in Cyber Girls, there was a time we were working on like a team project, and then 8 of my team members were very busy. Some of them could not fully grasp what we're doing. So normally, if I wanted to be selfish, I could have just focused on doing my own part of the project and submit it that way. But I decided that, okay, let me go deeper, understand it, then come back to teach them. And I would say that that's little thing I did. See, now you cannot ask me about that project, and I will not say it from the beginning to the end. I got closer to my coach, and he's one of the people that have helped me in my career today. Sometimes he gives me gigs, he gives me jobs, and because through that learning and that spirit of also sharing what you are learning to other people, it was able to. So, and another thing is so another thing I've realized that when it comes to tech, it is not about being like isolating yourself. You also need to create value and for other people. So since then, I've always volunteered. I volunteered to teach people I've shared resources online to my friends. I've also given advice to people that are just starting their journey. And I noticed that every time I do this, I get my career path becomes clearer. I understand what I'm doing. I boost my confidence level, and also my network expands. Currently, I talk to people that normally I like I'm in Nigeria, but I have people in Germany, in UK, US that we discuss about cybersecurity and discuss we're learning together. So basically over time I've realized that you need to learn how to give and you should give freely. And you don't need to start giving after you have known everything. You can start from anywhere. You can start from when you start learning. That's even the best time to start. So anywhere you want to give, whether through knowledge sharing, whether you're collaborating with people on projects, whether you're mentoring others, you're not anything you know, just feel free to share it with others. It doesn't reduce your value. Instead, it multiplies it. So that's it.
All right, thank you very much, Ayo. Let me be calling you Ayo. Thank you very much for sharing. Well, we'll still talk about if you're supposed to give free or you're supposed to collect money. We'll talk about it because one thing about giving, right? Like I said, when I started my guy, it was just free something. My cousin was like, "Oh, that's fine." And, when she brought that her friend, she was like, "No, you need to collect money, or even if it's paying, just collect something so that they will know that everything is not for free. So there's no free food anywhere." So we'll talk about that later. So everybody's just mentioning how they be giving. Nobody has mentioned that. Okay, at this particular time, I realized that there's need for me to start collecting money. Okay, no problem. I'm the only one. All right, thank you, Aya, for sharing. Fiola, can you hear me? Lola,
Okay,
hi,
yes, I
Flora.
can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so let's ask you a question now. Let's talk about you now. How that giving us open door. Okay, let's go. So you have built an impressive career across data science, AI research, and reward applications. Now, looking back, what are
Yeah.
some of the key ways you gave your time, your knowledge, or skills that eventually opened doors for you?
Okay. So when I first started out my career, I was still in school. I was a student, and then when I started learning, that was 2020. It was a time where people were not so much. That was like it was not like now where knowledge was open and um there were a lot of people in this same space as me. So basically, I was learning alone. That was it. And to be honest, it got overwhelming at a point. I mean, it got a time that I up the whole learning at home. But then one thing that I discovered was community. I came to find people who were also doing what I do. Then we started learning together. So I thought about how to give back, and that was when I started sharing knowledge myself and giving back to people. And then I was in this Microsoft Learn student ambassador community me to organize events, teach people, bring speakers and all. So I saw myself as a community builder, and from there I also started out in other community as well, including the women tech makers. Then I went on to AI research communities as well, like the deep learning in Daba, where I help organize international AI events in some countries as well. So basically, giving has brought back a lot of things for me. That's what I would say. Right from me volunteering my time, teaching people and helping people to mentor people. In a way, it has come back to also being impactful to me in my career. I mean, with that, people get to also see my work. I also get potential clients, and not just that, even open me up to international opportunities and gig and even jobs. So I'll say, giving back is not something that that will hurt your career. In fact, it's something that would impact your career and will propel you to a greater height in your career. So basically, that was how it was for me.
Okay, thank you very much, Flora. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go back to Amaka. Amaka, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so Amaka, you have worked at the intersection of analytics, strategy, AI. You are everywhere. So how has collaboration and knowledge sharing contributed to your growth in this space? In this
Hmm.
space, technologies?
That's a great question. How has collaboration? Yes, so I think simply I can speak on that in many ways, but let's look at it from the angle of like a 9 to 5. So having worked in different sectors, um that meant that I've had to learn a lot about how each sector operates. And so, collaborating with the people who I meet there, and it could be from a different department. So for example, in my last role, the data team was really small. When I say really small, it was really just myself and one other person. But we'd collaborate with people from like operations, finance, and all these places. So how it's helped me grow. It's just learning from these people. I'm very big on learning. I feel like you will gain a lot by learning, and learning from others is even faster than learning, on your own. They'd always give you a shorter cut.
Exactly.
So it was actually my last role that I started to do strategy, and because I learned a lot from working with our CSO, she was very generous with her knowledge. I learned a lot about how strategy works, how you can actually even bridge data and strategy, and how you apply it to the different departments. So, for example, e-commerce or the procurement department, and how these how when you work on the data for these different departments, the lens at which you look at it through, how it would then impact the company's longer term goals. And I feel like that has been very impactful for me in my learning, in my growth, because it helped me as somebody who focus in data has always been on business impact. So the different parts of data. There are people who want to code, people who want to build. For me, and I don't know if it's because I have a background in business and finance, I've always been more interested in how, data informs business decisions. That's the part that has always been interesting to me. So, learning from her about how you can blend data and strategy, and how you should look at data from each of these departments, and then um look at them in a way that matches the business's long-term goals. That was, I feel, for me, was a game changer, and it helps me even in my current role in how I decide where I want to create impacts, right? So, looking at what is the company's goal this year? What is it that we do in my department? How can I then contribute here in a way that would, so in businesses you have the department will have its goals. Everybody in the department, depending on what they do, will have their own, sorry, I meant goal, KPI, and everybody will have their own KPI, right? So when you're then like deciding, okay, this is what I'm going to do this year in my own role, that would then contribute to the department's KPI, and then help contribute to the company's goal, whatever it is they want to achieve, whether it's short term, long term. And I feel like it's such a great lens to look at your career, because it just means that wherever you're put, you will be contributing directly to the business's success, and it would also help your growth, because you then also have to challenge yourself as well. So I'm hoping I answered that question well.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Thank you very much, Awaka. You see, collaboration. Sometimes you cannot do it alone. That just is risk. Sometimes, most times, if not sometimes, or sometimes, most times you cannot do it alone. You need someone, right? It has happened in our career. There's why you be in the tech ecosystem. There will be a time you go to a point to be like, come on, I need someone. I need to talk to someone. I need to talk to someone. Thank you very much for sharing, Mamaka. Okay, let's ask Onyeka. Onyeka, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So Onyeka, you actively guide aspiring AI professionals through initiatives like DMP program, right? So what motivated you to start giving back at that level, and what have you personally get from it?
I would say most of my initiative they've come from frustration, and I know that would be like, oh my God, what does she mean? But I feel like, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go
So I'm
ahead, go
saying that
ahead.
yeah, some of my initiatives, to be honest, they've come from things that have gotten me very angry or gotten me very tired. Like for example, DEMP came because at the beginning of my career, there was no pathway, there was nothing. Where do you start from? At that time, I didn't even know the difference between data science or data engineering. So I struggled. I could Today I want to be one thing, tomorrow I want to be something else, next tomorrow. And because of that, I didn't really have the kind of growth that I wanted at the beginning of my career. So I bet DNP because I wanted to give people a structured environment where they could see different things and then know based on their interests or based on what they want to based on is even their previous knowledge, because I also believe in knowledge transfer. They could see the opportunities and the possibilities and then design their pathway. Every other thing I've done, even in terms of search, like I don't know if many people know about AI search. It's just seeing the challenges that you've gone through and deciding that no one else has to go through this. I've gone through it. I've been able to let's say roughly overcome this challenge. Okay, let me package it in a way that every other person that will have to do it, because not everyone that has the same willpower as you do. Some people have seen those same challenges and decided, okay, I'm not doing tech again. I'm not doing this again. So to help those that may not have the willpower that I have, I've done these initiatives to just encourage them, to make it easier for them. And having other people too who have done this same or done other initiative, they've also helped me, because if I go through something, I first of all check, has someone written about it, has someone spoken about it? If not, okay, then it means that it falls on me to do something about it. And if someone has written about it and using that method, I encounter difficulties, I'm able to say, okay, I will build upon what they've done and then give my own addition to the society. So that building upon people and also building your own, it helps a lot. Then in terms of what it has done for me, I would say network, my relationship. I've I've had, because of those initiatives that has exposed me to other people who are doing what I'm doing. I've had opportunity to meet, like I said before, I've had opportunity to meet with people that on a normal day, on a day-to-day day, I won't even have, as of that time in my career, I won't have access to these people. So I would say, yeah, my initiatives, they've helped. And yeah, I still do more. I still look at more, because you being able to bring up solution for people means that you're actually growing. It means that you're encountering new challenges. And that's a good milestone or metrics for growth in terms of your career. Thank you.
Wow, wow. Thank you very much. She said that she started this out of frustration. When she said that, I was like, what? Thank you very much for sharing, Oyeka. Thank you. Okay, so Bushi, let's ask you this question. Let's talk about women now. All right. So, Bushi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Bushi, as someone who mentors and contributes to the tech community, how do you feel? How do you balance giving value freely while also building a sustainable and rewarding career?
Okay, so personally for me, giving mentoring has been something that comes easily. I've been mentoring for like a while now. And one of the benefits personally for me has been that when I see my mentees, how far they go with either their career or their lives in general. Like recently, one of my mentees just became a GDE. So I I absolutely feel a lot of fulfillment by doing that. However, like you said, giving and mentoring and all of that, how is one able to balance it up with career, right? I would say that this is my own point of view. I would say that everybody has spare time. So it just depends on what you want to use your spare time for. Like, no matter, I don't know, I feel like no matter how much you want to lock in, you must have a few hours to spare in 6 months. I'm not saying like every week or every day. So it just depends on what you might want to use your spare time to watch movies, to sleep, to rest, to go out, to go with your friends, or to do other things. So this is where prioritizing comes in, right? And knowing what to do at a particular time, ensuring that in as much as you want to give, and in as much as you want to impact, you want to serve, you want to mentor, you want to do things that are giving to gain, understand that your career is first. Because if you do not grow, nobody would see you. What I mean, nobody would see you is people will not really take you seriously. Like if you're not good at what you do, initially, there might be this initial like you're outside, you're doing so much work, but it will tell in the quality of the work you deliver, both at work, both with people. Generally, it would tell. And when it begins to tell on your job or on your life in general, you begin to build less confidence in yourself. You begin to feel like an imposter. You begin to just like the less confidence just automatically comes in because you're feeling at work, you're doing this, you're not doing well, you're not building your career, but you're outside and you're championing many causes and people are everywhere around you, seeing you, loving your work. So what I'm saying is that as much as you want to give, ensure that what you have is not suffering. Your career is not suffering. Your life is not suffering. Like you're growing. Like I mentioned earlier, one thing giving has done for me is that it has spurred me to want more in life, in my career. It has spurred me to like dive deeper into my space, becoming better, even becoming more of an expert in what I do. So firstly, you would have to prioritize, you have to make room for different things, plan properly, strategize. Your planning is so important. So when I used to write, then I used to write twice in a month, and it used to be on Saturdays, not my work day, because I used to go to work. So when I go to work, I come back. I don't really write much again. I've been so engrossed with so many things, but or I used to like, so it's not like I go to the office and then I sit down and I start to write articles, or at work I'm mentoring people and those kind of things. So you also understand that whatever it is you find yourself doing, ensure that you do it with all your heart, excellence. It is important that excellence becomes our footprint, because when you're talking to someone else about it, you are so confident to say, see, I know this thing, like I'm not behind. I'm not lagging. When you call my colleagues, they can't say, "Oh, this one is just a play. It's just a joke," right? So you can give little time to maybe 20% or less to all of the givings, and then the remaining time to locking in, like fully dedicating yourself to your craft and becoming better. The last thing I want to mention is that as much as you grow in your career, and when you give more time to growing, and then if a little more time to building and giving, right, more opportunities would find you. There's this word I'm trying to use, like something like two lightning coming together, your expertise and your ability to pay forward. So when they meet each other, the collision it's able to create is just unexplainable. But when one of these parts is lagging, right, when they come together, it might just be like, I don't know if you've heard of skewness. So it might be a negative skewness, right? So yeah, that is what I would say regarding what has worked for me generally. Actually, has been planning properly, like adequately assigning time to every single activity, and knowing when to do a thing and when not to do something. So yeah.
Perfectly well said. Thank you very much, Bichi. Thank you for sharing. I'm just coming from my own experience being a mentor over the years, right? So please try to make sure that when people are coming for this mentorship, you are doing it from your heart. That's one. Another thing again, when you find the out that these people are trying to take advantage of your time, please monetize it. Yeah, I'm the one saying it. Monetize it, right? Because some people will just jump in. I want to please can we meet tomorrow? Please, I'm more busy. I'm busy. Can we no, I'm busy. Can we fix this day? At the point they start seeing it that you don't want to give them the time. So if you are to, leave another thing that you're doing just to make sure that you give them that time, and you find out that they're coming almost every time and you are not convenient at that time, please try to monetize it. Yeah, thank you. That's coming from me. Okay, thank you very much, Rishi. Ayo, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm using woman that is doing well in the cybersecurity space.
Yes, I can hear
Like,
you.
okay, so let me ask you this, right? So in the field like cloud security, everybody's talking about computer, cyber security, da da da. So in the field like, when you cut to the cyber security, they have cloud security. So in the field like cloud security, where expertise is highly valued, how can women in tech strategically give, whether through collaboration, content, or support, and still position themselves for growth and global opportunities?
So first, I'll start by saying that as a woman, you need to be intentional in everything you do. So if you know that, oh, into so and so time, I want to be here, I want to work as okay, in 5 years, I want to be this size. So like that, you just be intentional and then you start aligning with where you want to go. So for women in tech, the different ways where they can give is through collaborations, like I mentioned, like everybody has mentioned. So you can collaborate with people, your peers, just learning. Don't be shy. Like just I feel like in the beginning stage, you don't need to be you see anything shame or shyness, just put it aside and talk to people, network with others, work with others, whether it is in the beginning. So if it is not paid, but with time, definitely you need to start collecting money. So create content, post it on LinkedIn, post it on YouTube, even TikTok. I see people post content on TikTok, technical content on TikTok, and it is fine. In fact, as far as you are a woman and you're in tech, I feel like you already have like this leverage. Like people will be like, a woman is doing this, let's see what she's doing. Those kind of thing. So you can use that opportunity to leverage on communities, join different communities. I cannot even count on okay, I have cyber girls and I can tell you that half of all the jobs I've gotten is from cyber girls, one way or the other. And it's always word of mouth. Oh, there is opportunity, I'm interested, this I'm interested. That's it. So ensure that well as you build, don't just do it anyhow. Make sure that every part you take, you are working towards building the narrative you want for your career. So if it is if like you need to build like an image for yourself, this is how you want people to see me. Oh, I want people to see me as one as an expert in AI security. Then you can even give yourself a name, AI girl or something. But let people see you. Anything you are doing, any step you are taking, ensure that you are reinforcing the narrative. So let me give you an example. For example, when I said I was doing cloud at first, then until last year, I started doing AI security. So the first thing I did was to start sharing what I was learning. I just started learning, but I was already sharing it. And from there, I was getting how would I put it? So I was getting views from different people from all over the world, the people contributing to what I was doing. Then I was also documenting projects that I was doing, and also sharing it with the global communities like the AWS community builder. So from there, we also engage in like different conversations concerning risks. Remember, I did not wait until I was sure of what I was fully sure what I was learning. When I started learning, I started sharing. If at any point I did something wrong or I don't understand something, people share their insights. People tell me, oh, how about you do it this way? And from there, I also learn. So when you contribute to people, you're not just trying to help others, you're also evolving yourself. Like you're positioning yourself as someone that is evolving in that space. And before you know it, visibility is very key in tech and in especially cybersecurity. Before you know it, you get mentorship connections and you'll be exposed to global opportunities. So in the end, what I'm just trying to say in the end is that when you are strategic about giving, you are building a way that you're giving in a way that you are building your expertise, you are building your reputation, and at the same time you are giving yourself a direction. And these kind of things are what people actually see. Sometimes people they might not even look at the certificates you have or the credentials you have gathered or what you studied in school. They just look at what you have done, and that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ayo. So let me just say something, right? Most of the people that worked with me here at Amdoranalytics, trust me, especially professionals like training and others, right? Most of them I got them on LinkedIn, like reach out to them. Oh, I'm seeing that business thing that you are doing in the tech ecosystem. We have this opening. Do you mind taking it? So most of them, like I said, 70% of them is through LinkedIn. And I didn't just enter their DM, it's because of what they are sharing. And that's why most times when we have our students, we only say that share, post, whether you feel like it's correct or not. So share that thing that you're learning. Don't wait for the expected, maybe the perfect time before you start sharing. Share your knowledge. Share your knowledge. Thank you very much, Ayo, for sharing. Paul, I want to ask you this question. And it's based on people that think that, oh, I need the perfect time before I start talking about my experience, before talking about my growth, because I have a lot of students. And when you ask them, oh, this thing, what happened that you're not sharing? Even to build your portfolio is a problem. What happened that you're not sharing? They'll be like, I don't know. I'm not sure that this project is fine. I'm not sure. What do you think? I don't know. I built it, but that's what is not fine. Oh, I wrote this project, but it's not fine. What do you think? Do you think that it's nice for me to share? So let's ask Flora. Flora, are you there?
Oh, yes, I am here.
Okay, so
Can you hear
Flora,
me?
many women in tech struggle. Yes, I can hear you. So many women in tech struggles with the fear of not knowing enough before they start sharing or giving back. What would you say to someone who feels that they need to be perfect before they can give?
Okay. So for that, using my experience as an example, so when I first started giving knowledge out and sharing knowledge with people, I wouldn't call myself anything um close to a professional or an expert. In fact, I was still learning as at then. Like I said, I was still a student, and um when I started my journey, I started as someone from a non-technical background, right? I was studying a course which is similar to microbiology, and but then I knew that I wanted to start sharing knowledge. I wanted to give back to community because I've seen the impact of community. And then I felt skeptical first because coming from a non-tech background, and I was in a school that was filled with tech bros and tech Cs from other departments, people who were studying computer science, and I was trying to be someone who does events and basically teach in those space. So I first of all felt skeptical about sharing this knowledge, right? Because I'm not even from a computer science background, and I wanted to start teaching people who were from those backgrounds what I knew. But I didn't let that stop me. I still went on to share my knowledge. And then it was not like I was an expert, like I said. For example, there was the first time I organized an event ever, then I consider myself to be a shy person. I could not even talk in public, but I knew what I wanted. I knew that okay, I wanted to teach on then I wanted to teach on data analytics and using a tool like Power BI. I it's not like I even totally knew that topic to the max. I mean, I just picked up Power BI like maybe a week before the event, but I still felt inclined to go out there, teach people. When I climbed the stage to teach this group of people, they were like close to 100 people. That was the first time I was talking in public, and that was even the highest number of people I was speaking to in public. I was shaking literally on stage, but I knew that I wanted to do this. First of all, I wanted to break that shyness, and secondly, I wanted to share my knowledge. But even while I was shaking and scared that, oh, what if I say the wrong thing? I don't know. Once I started speaking, the whole thing just left, and I just found myself flowing, teaching people the little that I knew, how to set up their Power BI, how to do analysis with it, how to build dashboard. Like I just kept on going, and with that, that was just the starting point for me. I went on to do other better things after that. So what I would say to anyone who is skeptical about sharing their knowledge, maybe they feel like it's not enough, just start somewhere. If you keep postponing it that, oh, until I become an expert, trust me, you may never ever get to share knowledge or impact people because from that little that you know, you're not only just teaching people, you're also helping yourself grow better. Because at the end of the day, when I got off the stage where I taught that topic, me myself, I began to understand it better in another light because I definitely people ask me question, even though I was not able to answer it 100%. It made me go back to the drawing board, search for answers, and even with that, I got to understand the topic much more better. So that is one of the good thing about sharing your knowledge, no matter how much you think that oh I don't really know it. The thing you think that oh that thing you are looking at that oh you don't know it, that little that you know there's someone out there who don't even know it at all. They don't even know that such a thing exists. So you yourself, you would find yourself teaching that person who doesn't even know it at all. And along the way too, you also find someone who knows it better than you do and will guide you that and show you that okay, this is a better way of doing it. And that way you are both impacting people and you are also learning yourself. So there is actually no perfect time to start sharing that knowledge. There's no perfect stage. As you learn it, as you hear about it, just put it out there. Just share because you never can tell who would be seeing your growth and who would be invested in your growth that would personally want to maybe mentor you or see how you do and want to offer you an opportunity like maybe internship that could be the starting point for your career in tech. So that's just it.
All right, thank you very much, Lola. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing. Not holding anything back. So the last question I want to ask everybody now. So I'm going to start with Mama. Mama, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Mama. No, this is just a normal question, right? So you started your career in data science, business analytics. For someone who is who want to start his or her career and the person is not, I mean, maybe the person is not confirmed or the person doesn't even know where to start with. And maybe the person is looking at you now. I know Maka is working at Chevron. I don't know, maybe I should go into business analysis because if I start with business analysis, I'll start working at Chevron tomorrow. Maka, what would be your advice to that person? We advise that person to go it through data science and then come back to data analytics, or they should start with data analytics. Or business analysis.
So I think by nature you should go for data science because then you have a full so it also depends, to be fair. If you want to code, you like to code. I met somebody who she's transitioning from software engineering to data, but she's more interested in the coding aspects. And similarly, for those who I've mentored, I tell people my mentees have different backgrounds. I have a mentee who has a PhD in chemistry. I have a mentee who works in actuarial. So when drawing up their roadmaps, they have different starting points. The one in actuarial, Power BI is not really something that will be of great benefit, for her. So she started to learn Python, and it's helped her a great deal in her career. And all of them have landed new roles, but they all have different starting points. The one who transitioned from biochem, he started with SQL, Power BI, Excel. So one thing you need to know is what exactly your goal is and what you like. Like I said, for the girl who's coming from software engineering, she's more interested in the coding aspects because she already has that background, so she would be looking to do machine learning, AI, and all these things. So you first want to decide what your long-term goal is, where exactly you want to land. And if you don't have an idea of that, then I would say do the bulk of it. Take your SQL, Excel, Power BI. You might find that before you start learning Python, you're already like, okay, I like the data analytics part. I don't need to go any further. But if you've learned all of that, you're like, okay, I want to do more. You can then go into Python. But I started with data science and I saw how it helped me. I did a lot of coding in my earlier days. And then I realized, I don't really want to do that. I went from being a data scientist to being a business intelligence analyst because I found that I would prefer, remember what I said about, strategy. I prefer to contribute to strategy. I just prefer to merge my business background and all of that. So you probably want to then learn the full bag of it if you don't know exactly where you'd like to end up in.
Thank you very much, Amaka. So it's just bound back to your background. Your background really matters, and your interest. Trust me, your interest as well. Imagine that you want to learn cybersecurity and you don't have any. Okay, let's say this data science now or AI engineering. You don't have any interest in coding. Come on now, you don't need to be there. You don't need to be there. So let's ask. Oh yeah, Onyeka. Onyeka, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so for someone who is, as we all know that according to the World Economic Forum, AI engineering is one of the most in-demand skills as of today. So for someone who is interested in starting their career in AI engineering, what advice do you give to that person?
Okay. I would say, to be honest, if someone comes to me and says, "Oh, okay, I want to become an AI engineer," I think first of all, I'll try to understand the person's journey. What are you coming from? Where are you coming from? And the best way to direct you. If you're coming from a computer science background, I will assume that you already have an understanding of data structure, data algorithm, and then my next advice would be for you to understand machine learning. They are coming from a completely different background, like something that may be about chemistry or microbiology. I will tell you honestly to understand the foundation of computer science first, like understand and that's just data structure and algorithm. Start from there first, because the thing that I noticed in my own journey, that even though I didn't really pay attention to data structure and algorithm, I needed to scale, I found it difficult to scale because many of the big companies will not take you, even though it's AI, because now AI engineering has moved from just building prediction or natural language processing to now building systems. Like, you have to think of the system end to end. Like, that's just the thing about the introduction of things like Claudia to do coding. Yes, you can get a chat GPT something to do the coding for you, but you're going to have to be thinking in terms of system. So you're going to be building AI system per se. As an AI engineer, you need to understand computing. So for me, if I was to talk to my younger self, I would say, yes, understand computing very well, then understand machine learning. Like, understand computing understand data analysis, understand data, because here's the thing, no matter how great your AI system is, if the data being used to train the AI is rubbish, there's nothing that can be done, no matter how sophisticated the model is. When you understand data, then you understand machine learning, then you move into deep learning, whereby you now understand CNN, and then you understand let me not just confuse people, but yeah, it's a journey. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a journey. But if you're going to be starting from a non-computing background, don't follow the hype. Don't say because everybody is learning natural language, but everybody's building chatbots. You will build it, but you are building on a very weak foundation. Go back to the this computing they are talking about. What is computing? Then that will now expose you to data structure, data algorithm. When you've understood that, then you now say, okay, now I want to now branch to machine learning. You need to understand machine learning before you can do AI. For me, that's what I believe, because most people that jump into AI, they, without going through that process, they usually, let me say, they can't change things. Like what they learned is like me learning how to build a chatbot without me understanding why that chatbot is behaving that way. That's all I can do. I will not be able to question it, or um um I won't be able, because I don't have that foundational layer, I won't understand why. Because I don't understand why, I won't be able to improve on it or create something different or something new from it. So yeah, I hope I've not discouraged anyone. But yes, computing, if you already have a computing background, understand data, understand why data works the way it is. How can you pre-process data? How do you present data in a way that the model can understand? Then you move to machine learning, understanding prediction, and then you then move to working with language or working with images, depending on the part of AI you want to focus on. So then that's when you now start moving from a generalist to a specialist. Do I want to be focused on only images of AI? Do I want to work on natural language processing? Do I want to work on search? You know, the different part of AI, but when you already have that foundation, you can jump. You can today be working on images, and tomorrow say, okay, I want to work on speech. I want to build AIs that can talk to me and I can talk to them back. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Onyeka. Thank you for sharing. For those of us that are interested in AI engineering, so you've learned, okay? Yeah, but then again, there is a place of start, beginners friendly. Start little. Don't start meeting and feel like, oh, I want to start building model today. There's a place of growth. Thank you for sharing, Onyeka. I want to ask you a question. I know you are in the cybersecurity space, right? So if you are to go back, should I answer this? What do you think about cybersecurity in general? Do you think that cybersecurity is saturated? Hi, Motulayo. Can you hear me? Okay, so let's go back to Flola. Flola, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, everybody is talking about AI engineer, AI. I want to become an AI engineer, right? I want to become an AI engineer. Can you share your experience in the space, mentoring people, the people that started the AI engineering space? Do they later complete the program, or do they run away because they feel like the learning is overwhelming? There's not something they can do.
Well, okay, so whenever people come to meet me that they want to learn AI engineering, I tend to ask where they are coming from, if they are a total beginner in tech, or if they are someone who is actually in tech before, because I know AI engineering is something lot of people transition from. Maybe they transition from software engineering or they transition from data science. So it's not, I would not say it's a totally beginner friendly career path, because it might take an extended period of time to learn at least the foundation of it. So first of all, if one is just starting out and they are learning it, most of the time they tend to get discouraged because there's a whole lot they need to understand. first of all, they need to at least understand from the data science perspective, understanding how to work with data, understanding deep learning, machine learning, and the likes before even going into some of the AI frameworks and even understanding backend and the likes. So it's much more easier for someone who is coming from a software engineering background who already understands how to code, who already understands building and designing systems, or someone who is coming from a data science background and already understand all of the basics of data and training model, fine tuning, and the likes. So it's way easier for them to transition easily into AI engineering than for someone who is just starting afresh. So based on my experience seeing how this goes, I see a lot of people who actually start out, especially the beginners, like the total beginners, who start out then get overwhelmed and maybe they switch into something different. So it takes a whole lot for a total beginner to see it through to till the end. But it's actually something that is good if anyone is willing to see it through till the end, because at the end of the day it's rewarding, especially when you understand all of this and you don't just skip through. Because one thing I've noticed with people who are trying to learn in some of these fields is that they are trying to look for shortcuts. Like they just feel like, oh, maybe an AI tool like ChatGPT will build everything for them, which should not be so. Because when you want to get a proper job and all, you pass through stages of interview where you get asked questions. They want to see how well you understand some of these concepts. They want to see how you solve problem. Because even if you are using AI tool, which is not bad, the thing is, if you are using AI tool and you don't understand some of this foundation, it will even be hard for you to prompt the right way. It will be hard for you to ask this AI tool the right question that would solve the problem in the correct way. Because at the end of the day, you are the architect, you are the one who understands how this problem should be solved, and you basically have the understanding of it. So that's one thing I've noticed with people, beginners that I've seen that are trying to transition into this field, that are trying to develop a career path. Most people are trying to like skip those foundations, which should not be so, because you need proper understanding of this concept of these topics and all, so that you can actually be a skilled and qualified AI engineer who is building the right AI system for in whatever organization they find themselves, and even when they are trying to get into the proper or the right maybe their dream organization. So that's basically what I would say on this.
Wow, thank you very much, Flola. So the last question for Bushi. Bushi, can you hear me? Hi, Bushi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so Bushi, for someone who is interested in starting their career, their tech career, right, and they are over 40 years, do you think that it's possible for someone who is over 40 years to start their career in tech? Is age a problem?
Yes, it's a problem. Age is a problem. Yes.
For you?
Yes. Please, it is a problem. So age is a problem. Age is not a problem because of the age. Age is a problem because of the responsibilities that comes with age. That's one of the major things, right? There are many careers in tech. So many careers that one can have in the technology industry. So I would not say that you are limited by, because there are no code career path. The paths, they are like code career, like career paths that like would require you to like require so much work, intense work. So let me say software engineering. Like I know there's a lot of AI now. Like Nika rightly said, when you are interviewing with these companies, nobody cares that there's AI. I'm telling you the truth. Like you will write code, you will work with stacks, queues, metrics. You would work with this. It's you do algorithms and all of that, right? You need to understand systems, NLPs, system architecture, cloud architecture, depending on the role. So someone that is over 40 years can go into tech, but it depends on the role. Another thing again I would say is, if someone that's over 40 years, man or woman, most likely the person is married with children. Most likely, I'm not saying it's general. So many things determine, there are many determinants to these things. I'm saying this because I've had the privilege of, so was it in 2024? I was mentoring women that had 10-year gap in their careers. And it opened my eyes to a lot of things, to be honest, like a lot of things, because most of them were most women that had like 10-year gap was because of maybe childbearing, family, and all of that stuff. So they took a break to take care of their kids. And so they were now trying to come back to the space, right? Most often, they're not able to take up the very tedious work. Like, I mean, at time when there was no AI, like it was so tedious, like you are on your seat 24 hours and you're working. Someone that has children might not be able to cope with that kind of stress. To be honest, I'm just being very honest and blunt. Someone that has kids might not be able to cope. Someone that is extremely busy with life might not be able to learn. Learning requires patience and time. But someone that has a lot of support system, maybe family and all of that, right? Support, like they give you have support, you have people that are backing. Yes, that is possible. So maybe I should not say age is a barrier. So let me retrieve my words. Not age, the responsibilities that come at a certain time points in one's life. So when you want to, but the good thing about it is that as you move, as you try to navigate the space, you discover what is good for you. So like I said, in the process of mentoring them, a lot of them tilted towards other parts that were within, in quotes, that people felt were like easier. So most were like trying to do, okay, I don't want to call a particular, so do not feel like that's the easiest part. So like most were trying to like do a particular part of the tech that they felt was easier, because initially we're like, okay, do you want to do software engineering? This one, that one, data analysis, design, many parts, right? People like found their comfort. No, I don't mean like you should be comfortable. I mean like something that you are sure that if I push as much as is possible, I can get this thing done. So if you are 40 years old and you want to go into tech, yes, pick a path, have a great support system. Have a great support system, because most often than not, they stop at the way. This is just basically from my own experience. I've had experience with like so many, not even 40 people in their 30s that are with children, right? So people stop on the way in learning. I don't mean like you're already established and you're doing stuff, like, because they become so exhausted with the process, right? So yeah. And again, lastly, another reason I said yes was because people that are be like advanced a little, they are looking for quick money. And if you want to really learn how to like build systems, it requires a lot of patience. So this is just my thoughts. All right.
Okay, thank you very much, Bishi. Thank you for sharing. Now, let me share something. I have someone is raising up hand, but I have something to share, right? I have a student who is over, in fact, the man is over 50 years, and he joined our data analytics program, and the man performed absolutely well, right? So I don't know if he has gotten job, but during his time of learning, he was doing well, like, performing well, answering questions in the class. Now, another thing again that I want to point out here, right? You said it, later you came back, you said that it's a support system. If you have a support system, I don't think that age, like that 40 years, should be a problem why you should not start your career, because you're bringing life to earth, because you're giving birth. You shouldn't stop your career. I have people who are over 40, 50 years that even started their MSc, right? So we have people like that. So of course, like you said, it's just patience. If you are patient enough, you should be able to do this. And note that, yes, you are not doing something that will give you money today, tomorrow. It requires patience. At least give it 1 year. Some people are just doing it because of their retirement age. Oh, I don't want to be working in office. I don't want to be going from here, jumping from one boss to the other. Maybe I can just give myself 2 years or 3 years of learning this thing. And that's maybe when I maybe at my 50s, I want to sit in one place and be able to work at home. And we have people that are very intelligent, and we have women that are very intelligent that they can grab this. Thank you very much for sharing. I know you are sharing from experience as well. Yes, we have people that we are starting a cohort a week today. A lot of people that reached out to us, if you hear it here, I am over 30. I say, what is 30? I'm over 30. Do you think that is something I can do? The first question we ask them, tell me about your schedules. Are you someone who is very busy? Of course, like you said, there is no code. Everything about tech is not about coding. We have no code. Why not go for those things like business analysis, project management, where you don't need to cram coding, you don't need to cram lines of codes. So you can go for those ones. Thank you very much for contributing, Bushi. So we have one person who is raising up a hand. Maybe that question is for you. So let's take, oh God, I can't pronounce this surname, but Ada. Ada, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, good evening. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, so for me personally, tech is something I just want to go into. I just want to delve into. I'm still in school and I don't have a background knowledge on tech or anything tech. I'm studying insurance, but it's something I want to do during my holidays, something I want to delve into. So with someone that has no prior knowledge on tech, what's like a realistic strategy I can go with, and have like a, will I say, I don't know the right word to use, but something that because if I ask people, they'll be like, oh, you can learn on YouTube, take courses, yada yada and stuff. But what's that like? I don't know if someone can just take my hand and hold my hand and be like, oh, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do, and stuff like that. For someone that has no prior knowledge on tech.
Okay, so let me say something. I don't know if Bushi want to say something there, right? So let me tell you something. It's not about determination. I studied economics, and I'm in the tech ecosystem. But by God's grace, I have tutored over 6,000 people. I've tutored over 6,000 people. I'm in tech ecosystem, right? So I studied economics. Yeah, back then economics, we did a lot of little econometrics. And econometrics, you have little analytics there. But that's not what helped me. What helped me in the tech ecosystem was determination. I was determined that, you know what, if others are doing it, I will do it. Right? Yeah, when I started my journey, I learned the hard way. In the hard way, it says that, watching videos on YouTube, if only we can tell ourselves truth, that it's not lazy. There's no roadmap. You're just there jumping from one video to the other, right? But when you have someone to guide you to mentor, you can just go for career guidance, and that's what we're doing here at Amdoranalytics. And of course, here at Amdoranalytics now, next month you're offering 90% discount. Go and start your program there. Okay, start your program. Let someone guide you. Maybe after your program, you now know that, I have gotten little, if not big knowledge of what I need to know about my career. Then I will start here. Of course, the first thing is for you to look at the areas of interest. Are you someone who likes to solve problems? If you are the person that that you like talking, like communication is a skills which you can bring into business analysis, project management. Okay, if you're someone who likes to talk, who believes that, I can solve problems, business analysts, they call them problem solvers. You can solve. If you're someone who doesn't even like anything like numbers, because you have people that they want to dive into tech but they don't like numbers, you don't need to go into anything that has to do with analytics. Okay, so this is where you are interested, and that's what we do here at Amdoranalytics. We mentor you, we guide you through first before even starting your career. We talk to you, maybe you can go for this or the other. And at the end of the day, you start somewhere. Don't say because I don't have any technical background before, I don't have any computer background, I cannot dive into the tech. There is space for everybody in tech. There is space for everybody in tech. If you feel like, okay, maybe all this kind of tech that people are mentioning that is not my tech, you go into graphic design. So there's space for everybody in tech. Trust me, there is. So all you need is guidance. And trust me, if I'm to tell you the honest truth, don't go on YouTube and start jumping from one video to the other, especially when you don't have any single background there. Go for training like what we do here at Amdoranalytics. Then after that, you know that yes, I've known that okay, if I'm learning Excel, this I need to start from this part before diving to this part, before diving to this part. And then again, you follow some people on LinkedIn. And some of all these people, they are sharing some values on LinkedIn. Imagine that you're following now, you don't have any background, you don't have any guidance, so you're following somebody, and that person is talking about maybe big data, so many things, right? So you trust me, you will not understand what that means. Imagine somebody talking about DBMS, different DBMS, and you'll be like, what is DBMS? I don't even understand. But imagine that you have to start with an academy. It will help you to easily understand and excel. Thank you, Ade. Aeda. Hi, Selin. Can you hear me? Okay, before we start, okay, one more question so that we will allow our guests to go because we've taken most of their time. This program is supposed to end by 7:30. Thank you guys. So let's take one question. Maybe that question is we are directly to our guests. So Selin, let's hear from you. So you need to unmute and speak. I think you're raising up your hand. I don't know. Do you have any question for us? Okay, so if there's no question from you, so one will really appreciate our guests. Thank you very much. Because of our time, we couldn't finish all the questions as you guys know. Well, you guys have done amazing work. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Thank you for gracing our event. We really appreciate you. Omaka, thank you very much. I don't know, do we have any other question here? Questions? And we have one question for Motulaya, but she's not here. So for the person asking if you start cybersecurity, trust me, tech is for everybody. It's not about age, right? Saka. Let's take you. Bolahan Saka. So you can unmute and speak, sir. Okay, if you're talking to us, you're muted. We can't hear you. If you're talking to us, you're muted. We can't hear you. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Amaka. Thank you, Bushi. Thank you, Nyeka. Thank you, Flora. Thank you, Motulayo. You're not here. Thank you very, 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 very much. From my heart, I'm saying thank you. Thank you for joining us. So you can drop. So we just want to do something. So that's please don't drop. So let's share something amazing that I want to give to everybody that joined us. So I want to share something. Well, I guess if you want to drop, you're free to drop now. I want to stay with us. Thank you. Okay, so now we've heard a lot of things about the tech ecosystem, how you can start your career, how you can become a tech professional. People sharing their journeys. Trust me, these people that have just shared their journey, they're amazing people. And trust me, they all started somewhere. People that we all look at for and say, oh, these guys, they are doing amazing well in the tech ecosystem. They were once beginners, like you and I, right? Like you, not you and I, like you, right? They started somewhere. I remember when I started my career years back, I was like, God, I beg you. I don't want to share this thing on LinkedIn because I don't know, maybe they will laugh at me. Okay, so you've heard when how they started their career, how they were sharing and the benefits and all that. Now you want to start your career, right? But you don't know the right career to start. You don't know where to start. Please reach out to us here at Amdoranalytics. Let's guide you. Now you want to start your career and you don't have the finances, because one of the things that do help people back when they want to start their career, especially starting with an academy, is finances. Let me bring something very good that you all know. Amdoranalytics is offering 90% discount. I mean 90% discount. This month we are offering 90% discount to all our programs, on all our programs. We're doing Women in Tech Scholarship, right? So Women in Tech Scholarship. You know why we are doing this? We're doing this because we believe that we have a lot of people that want to start their career in the tech, but because of finances, you see, they are not, starting their career because of finances. But we said to ourselves, what are we going to do? Everybody's talking about give. Is it not? This year's Women Yeah, the topic is what give to gain. So we are trying to give. We at Amdoranalytics, we want to give back to everybody. We want to give back to the society. We want to give back to everybody that is interested. Now, not something. This scholarship is for only women. But we said to ourselves, you know what? Let's not be partial. Let's not do this. Okay. We are still recognizing men that in the life of these people. So instead of having this scholarship to be done only for women, let it be open to both men and women. Now, if you want to start your career in tech, this is the right time for you to start your career in tech. Now, here are the programs that we offer here at Amdoranalytics. We have business analytics, data analytics, cyber security, HR analytics, AI engineering, data engineering, project management. So you see how these people are. We are just telling you, I am this, I am doing this, I am the people that you heard from, right? They are amazing people. Trust me, these guys, they're not just because they're not just people that just started their career. They are people that are already in the system. And trust me, they did not just wake up today and become experts. They started somewhere. So you too can start somewhere. Okay, you too can start somewhere. And because you want to give back, we are giving 90% discount on all our programs. We want to remove that barrier that I don't have money to start a career. Okay, so it simply means that if you're paying for data, cyber security, AI engineering, instead of paying that huge, you're paying 150,000 naira. 150,000 naira. If you are paying for cyber security or AI engineering, you are paying 150,000 naira. Now, if you are paying for HR analytics, business analysis, data science, data engineering, project management, you are paying just 100,000 naira. Just 100,000 naira. We are clap for us now. Clap for Amdoranalytics. Clap for us. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. We're so much interested in value here at Amdoranalytics. We are 100% interested in value. Give back to the community, right? So now let's dive in. Yeah, I know you'll be like, okay, Chini, I've heard you. The program is 100,000 naira. The program is 150,000 naira. I'm interested. How about other things that? What? Tell me why I should start my program or I should start this program with Amdoranalytics. Why Amdoranalytics? And that's where we're going to now. Let me tell you about Amdoranalytics, right? All our programs from A to Z, they are all practical programs. If you've been joining our bootcamp, right? We did our bootcamp. I think we did one last week. If I'm not mistaken, I think we did data science last week. 2 weeks ago, data analytics and project management. And you're going to see we did a cyber security. So even if you go on our YouTube channel, go to Amdoranalytics on YouTube channel, you will see a lot of bootcamps we've done, and they are all practical programs. This is to tell you that here at Amdoranalytics, what you're going to be learning from the beginning of the program to the end of the program is what? Practical based. I mean, practical. Up, down, up, down. So it's going to be practical, right? So now, well, of course, you're going to be learning with standard tools, right? Industry standard tools that you're going to be learning with. And of course, you are going to be learning from the experts. And myself and some of my colleagues that we are the one that are going to be guiding you through. If you want to go far in life, you need a mentor. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. You need a mentor. You need someone to guide you through. It's not like you're going on YouTube to be watching any random videos you're seeing there. No, you need someone to guide you, someone to tell you that, oh, you don't need to start with Python because oh god, okay. You just said people talking about Python coding. Don't make some mistake that most of us made when we started our career. When I started my career, there's nothing like AI. There's nothing like all this mentor. I started in the hard way, right? So we don't want you to pass through that. We want you to start it well and get it right. Imagine that you heard somebody talking about the Python and their data analysis. We're like, okay, as a data analyst, let me go and start watching one YouTube video on Python. No, you don't need to start there. You need to start with something called Excel. You need to start with Excel. So this is what we do here at Amdoranalytics. We guide you, give you step-by-step process on how you can become an expert in that career. Okay, so you're going to be meeting with experts in the industry, and which myself and some of my colleagues are going to be guiding you through. And of course, mentorship session. If you have any of our students here, they will tell you that over the versus this year, it has been back-to-back mentorship. So you can check our platform, YouTube. Oh, no. Just check our Instagram, check our LinkedIn, And you will see, at least even if you are not seeing the videos, we are going to see flyers talking about mentorship every Thursdays. Here at Amdoranalytics, you are going to be seeing different mentors guiding you, people sharing their experience, just like what some of these people, amazing women, did now. So you're going to be seeing people like that every Thursdays, sharing their experience, sharing, guiding you through. You need a mentor. So here at Amdoranalytics, we're very much interested in your learning, your growth as well. Okay, so of course, all our programs are beginners friendly. Trust me, there is nothing you want to do today you will not do, especially when you have right guidance, right people guiding you, right people guiding you. Okay, so you're going to get a certification that boosts your CV. Somebody say, yeah, yeah. Okay, so let me tell you something. Amdoranalytics is not just an academy. We are, let me show you this. Permit me. I'm proud to say this. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you something on LinkedIn. So Amdoranalytics is not just an academy where you come, you learn, and your certificate is not, will not be globally recognized. Apologies. I think I have network issues. It's loading. So I want to show you something. I want to show you that Amdoranalytics is accredited. Okay, just give us a second. The network is disturbing. Okay, this is my profile. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Chinyere Chukwuka. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Okay. Okay, so this is it here. This is it here. It's loading. Just give it a second. Just give it a second. Let me show you. For those of you that will come to our DM and ask us, okay, I want to do this thing, but tell me about your certificate. Tell me about, are you going to give me a certificate? We are not just giving you certificates. We are giving you a certificate that is being accredited by American. So let's just open so that it will not be as if I'm talking. I'm proud. Yes, I know. Okay, so now look at it here. Amdoranalytics accredited, right? You can see American Council in Accreditation. Okay, you can see certificates of accreditation. So we are accredited by US Institute. Okay, so it simply means that when after learning, you are not learning, and we're not certifying you, we're not giving you certificates that is not, maybe that is not globally recognized. For those of you that will start asking us questions, is your certificate globally recognized? The answer is yes, and I'm showing you. You can see it here. Okay, you can see it here. Not just, it's not Ghana that accredited Amdoranalytics, is US. I say power. I type power. Okay, thank you. I put enough. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, this is me telling you. Thank you, guys. So this is me telling you that at the end of the program, you are going on with a certificate that is globally recognized. So after your program here, we will give you a certificate. Use it to apply for any job in US, Canada, anywhere across the globe. So you need to know, understand that we are not kidding here, right? So you're going to be building a portfolio. That's another thing. I'm going to be building a portfolio. Portfolio is where you have all your projects you've done while learning with Amdoranalytics. We document it. So here at Amdoranalytics, we ensure that we help you to build a strong portfolio. And of course, supportive community. You're going to be seeing, learn from others. Imagine learning alone. You want to go and be watching videos on YouTube. You have questions. How are you going to ask the questions? You have to share ideas. You have to learn from others. That's supportive community that you're getting for doing your program here at Amdoranalytics. You have questions, you ask your facilitator, they are always there, they will answer you. Okay, they are always there, they will answer you. And of course, we have proven success stories. If you go across all our social media platforms, our YouTube, our Instagram, you are going to see people that have, finished their program here at Amdoranalytics, and what they're saying about our program, and even those that have gotten jobs. I don't want to talk about the training fee again, whether it's affordable or not. It is 100% affordable. By now, you should have known that you should be able to register all your friends, your family members, tell them about. If you did not start your career this month, if you did not start your tech journey this month here at Amdoranalytics, tell me when. Oh, yeah, tell me when. Okay, so our program is starting next week, Saturday. That's a week today. We have few days. I mean, few days to start the program. Few days to start the program. So there's no time. You're not wasting time. Please do not waste time. Do not waste time. There's no time again. So send us a DM. We are on all the admin on all our WhatsApp groups. They are there to attend to all your questions. And one of my colleagues dropped a form here. So you can fill that form if you want to talk to me. You want to speak to me. So you can see the form here. Look at it here. Fill the form. You want to ask me a question. You want to have one-on-one conversation with me or any of my colleagues. So please fill the form and let's help you to choose the right career. So you don't go make mistake. Instead of you to choose business analysis, you can choose AI engineering. Or instead of you to choose AI engineering, you can choose project management. Okay, so all of them, they are good though, but it will be nice for you to choose something that will fit in to you. Maybe your career, maybe your past experience, so that you'll be able to excel. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's take questions. Questions. Our program is starting next week, Saturday. All our programs, the students, fast. All the students that register, they are starting their career next week, Saturday. Imagine, in the next few weeks, 12 weeks, they become an expert in their career. Okay, Saka. I love you. You're always active. Let's take your question, sir. You need to unmute and speak. Hi, Saka. Bo Laham, Saka. Okay, so I can't hear you if you're speaking because you are muted. Okay, so you need to unmute and speak. You can ask the question on our WhatsApp group. I'm going to pick it up there because I'm on WhatsApp, so I can take your question there. Please, if you have any other question that you want to ask me, please unmute and speak. Now, if you don't have any other question, please get ready to start your cohort on Saturday. So by this time on Saturday, either you have finished your program. Of course, by this time you would have, some of us are going to finish your program. So that means you have your first encounter on Saturday to see what is going on. How do I become a cybersecurity professional? How do I become an AI engineer? Okay, so please drop your questions and let's take your questions. Yeah. If there's no question, we are going to call it a day. Thank you. Call it a night. Thank you very much for joining. There's no time again. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Amdoranalytics program, 90% discount. So there's no time to waste. If you are starting data analytics this month, just celebrate grace. I'll be your tutor. Okay. Yeah, of course, we have all our tutors there. What tools will be needed? Which program did you register for? And which program are you trying to register for? Have you registered? Man, some of all these names, eh? And Kobo. Okay, data analytics. Okay. If you registered, we've been dropping messages on that group for days now that the first tool that we are going to start with is Excel. So we need you to install Microsoft Excel on your desktop, like not online Excel. Install Microsoft Excel before the start date. So other tools, we are going to help you to install them here at Amdoranalytics. But you see that Microsoft Excel, please install the Microsoft Excel on your desktop. Please, not online Excel. Install it. Like, one thing you can, for people that are in Nigeria, you can just visit any of all this computer village and you don't need to pay much. Maybe it's something like 5,000 naira, they will help you to install it. But if you want to buy it from Microsoft, I think it's $25 per annum, $25. So you need to pay $25 per annum to get that installed. But if you are in Nigeria where you can get a cracked version, I think a computer village Ikeja here, for those of us that are living in Lagos, it's just 5,000 naira to get that installed. Please install Microsoft Excel. Most of the things that we're going to be doing is not Microsoft Online. Thank you very much. Have you registered for your program? Can you hear me? What do I need to install for cybersecurity? Cybersecurity, come as you just come with your laptop. You don't need to install anything. Everything, the lab that we are going to use, we are going to assist you to handle that here. Okay. So have you registered for the program? What can I chat? Who can I chat in the group? I want to register for cybersecurity. So you want to register for cybersecurity? You can just drop your message. Bam. Just drop your message. I want to register for cybersecurity. They will send you account details immediately. Just send your message. Drop your message now on the group. I want to register for cybersecurity. I need account details. So my colleagues are very active. They are going to send a message to you and you make payments. And immediately, please make sure that you send your receipt so they will start your enrollment process. So the person that asked question about data analytics, please, have you paid for data analytics or you are yet to pay? Non fondo. Non fondo. Oh, apologies if that name. I am yet to pay. Okay. Please go ahead and pay. Pay now because very soon it's still supposed to close today. But my colleagues are anointed people. They are children of God. They asked me to extend the registration day. So instead of ending the registration today, we do it now. Thank you. Okay, that's fine. Just send a message on the group. I want to pay for data analytics. Somebody will send you a message. I don't know if somebody has been following up on you. If somebody has been following up on you, just know that, just send a message on that person that, oh, I want to pay now. Let's start your registration. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. If you have any question, you want to talk to me, or you want to talk to any of my colleagues, drop the question on the group chat. And guess what? Let's see on Saturday. For people that register for data analytics, you're going to see me on Saturday because, come on, we are going to dive in. Trust me, it's going to be an amazing journey. I'm saying this and I'm saying it with all my heart. It's going to be an amazing journey. You will never regret joining Amdoranalytics program. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. See you in the class. Bye.